How we doing, YouTube family? This is Samaj Major here, coming from Major Credit Builder Enterprise. And what we're going to talk about today is basically the benefits of excellent credit, the benefits of having great credit, utilizing it properly, and to benefit and save you lots of money. Okay, so let's get right into it. So the we're gonna go the top 9 reasons, the top 9 benefits of having great credit. So number 9, you get the best rates on car insurance. Now I know everybody has to pay car insurance. It's necessary to be on the road. But if you can save you at least 20% of the security, the deposits being made or the monthly premiums, would you do it? And that answer would be yes, if you knew how to. Okay, so it's basically the insurance company is going to look at these your FICO score to find out if you're trustworthy, and that's all they want to know. So you save money with car insurance on a monthly basis. Moving to number 8, the best benefits of having excellent credit is to get a better approval chances on that apartment or that new home you're looking to purchase. Okay, uh, it don't make sense in paying an application fee knowing that your chances of high, your chances are high to be denied. That's no fun. I've been through it. We all go through it. You spend $100 or even $50 is too much money to know that your chances are high on being denied. Okay, and that's based on your previous history and the way you manage your money. Okay, so it's important, very important, to work on your FICO score. If you're currently not at a 700 or better, and even if you are at a 700 or better, you want to continue to get better. Okay, so that way you can save a lot of money and a lot of time. Okay, so moving on to number 7 on the list. Number 7 is basically you get a better interest rate on that mortgage. Okay, now most people lose their homes based on the fact that they kind of rushed um, into the process. They didn't take their time. There was no preparation being worked on. They didn't have a set limit on what they wanted to spend or a set amount that they wanted to pay. So they pretty much moved off emotions, and they didn't have the right terms in place to pretty much secure them, so that way they can always make their payments. Okay, so it's a big difference in getting a 4% loan interest rate and a 20% interest rate. You know, and what they'll do is pretty much just point in the direction of the monthly mortgage payment that you'll be paying, and you'll look at it as, oh, I can afford this. But at the end of the day, you don't know how much you're really spending on that piece of property until you can no longer afford it. Okay, so it's very important to get the best interest rates that you can get. So take your time, be patient, and shop around. Okay, before you agree and commit to something that your bank account is unable to pay. Okay, so that makes sense. So moving on to number 6, the benefits of improving your credit and having excellent credit is it improves your chances of getting hired. I know you may have not know that. I didn't know that when I first got started, but I studied, I put in the work, and yes, companies, your dream job can not hire you based on that FICO score. And they won't tell you this, but I'm here to tell you this. Okay, so I'm here to be transparent with you and completely straightforward. They might not hire you based on those 3 numbers that shows them that you're not trustworthy, and they shouldn't really do business with you. They shouldn't give you an opportunity because you didn't work on yourself and give yourself an opportunity. Okay, so keep that in mind, and it's something to be aware of next time you're applying for that dream job or that job that's paying well in the city that you relocated and you didn't get it. Okay, so I'm here to tell you, it's the FICO score. They're definitely checking that out. So stay on top of that, and that way it increase your chances of make more money and live a better life. Okay, Moving on to number 5. The benefits of having excellent credit is you pay less in security deposits. That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, I mean on everything from if you was purchasing a new iPhone, if you didn't have that $1,000 cash or if you just didn't have that amount, you would have to put down a deposit. So, far as you have to put down a deposit on anything, far as an apartment. So, rather, which one would you rather pay? Would you rather pay a month of payments or security deposit 2 months? Because they're going to want pretty much 3 months in advance, just based on that. Those three numbers that you have on your FICO score starts with a 5 or it starts with a 6. And honestly, they don't want to see that. So you can save a lot of money just with that alone. Just with that alone, you can actually save a lot of money and put that money towards your monthly principal. Okay? So it's very, very vital that you pretty much do what you have to do to increase your credit score. By all means, every month it should be every month you should be trying to get better. Increasing your score just a little bit will help a whole lot. Okay? So moving on to number 4. The benefits of having excellent credit is it improves your chances of getting approved for a credit card. Okay? So, and that goes back to if you know you're going to get denied, then why don't you just do the things that's required for you to get accepted, to get approved, right? So, if you walk in there and you're trying to get an American Express card, but your credit limit says you're at a 530 or 525, chances are you're going to get denied. So why even waste your time? Why even waste your efforts and go in there knowing pretty much the end result that you will be denied? To get an American Express card, you will need at least a 680 or better. You want to shoot for roughly anything over 700, so that way it won't be an issue. Okay, and these are things you want to research as well before you even go in there asking for an American Express or a top tier credit card. You want to know what's the minimum that I'll be accepted and what can I do to get there, okay, or surpass that. So that will definitely save you the headache of going in there, wasting your time and efforts, okay? So moving on to number 3, you get approved for a higher limit once you get approved, okay? So it's one thing to get approved for the credit card that you desire, but it's another thing to get approved for a $10,000 credit limit or a $20,000 credit limit. Now we talking, you know what I mean? Because you can do a lot more things with that money if you use it wisely. Okay, so don't go out and you got 20,000 in credit limits and you just go out and kind of do a shopping spree with no funds to take care of the bill. Okay, so let's not do that because you're working against yourself. You're doing yourself a disservice by doing that. So use it wisely so that way we can get to 100,000 credit limit, 200,000 credit limit, and on and on. Okay, so it's very vital, very important that you take your time and improve your credit. That year you take to improve your credit will definitely save you 10,000 immediately. Okay, so even if it takes 3 years, believe me, it would be worth it. You'll live a better quality life, a better exclusive life. You'll have flexibility, and live a life of luxury, comfortable, okay, without worrying about the bill all the time. So, moving on to number 2, the benefits of having excellent credit is to get a better interest rate. Okay, see, a lot of people don't know this, but interest and taxes eat up 45% of our wealth, 45% of our income. And that's one reason why a lot of people say, well, when I get a raise, I'll do better. But that's inaccurate and false, because if you get a raise, that just means you'll be giving Uncle Sam more money and you'll just be spending more money on yourself. So it's not about the raise. If you don't know how to manage your funds now that you currently have coming in, then what makes it a difference if you're making an extra 30,000, 40,000? It's just going to make matters worse. You're going to be more in disarray than ever before. So unless you take the time to increase your credit, understand credit, and use it to your benefit. Okay? So, like I was saying, with the interest rate of 6% compared to an interest rate of 20% is a big difference. You know what I mean? And those interest fees will eat you alive. So don't even put yourself in a position to pay a large amount of interest. Okay? So you want to, and that's just how you structure the deal. It depends on how you create the terms for yourself. So that's why I say take your time. It's no rush. Get the information needed and apply it. Okay, moving on to number one. The number one reason why you want to, the number one reason for the benefits of having excellent credit is you have more negotiation power. Okay, so what that simply means is the ball is in your court. You have home field advantage. You can decide how you want to pay, how you want to set up these payments, these terms to benefit you. Okay, so if it's going to benefit you to swipe with the credit card and pay, 25 days later, or one payment 15 days before your due date and 3 days before your due date, that's how you do it. But you have the choice. And as well, if one company that wants your business, they will do a 6% interest rate. You can actually let them know, inform them that you've been other places and they offered a 4% interest rate. Can they compete with that? So that way you put the burden, you put the pressure on them to lower their interest rates, the amount that they will charge you to do business with them instead of the other company. Okay, now this is all information that you can utilize for your benefit, because if you just go in there expecting to get the best rate because your credit score is in the heavens, then that's not always going to be the case, and you might walk out of there paying slightly more than you had to. It's just you have to have the information, the knowledge, the confidence to go in there and actually let them know what you're willing to pay, because you're an important customer. You pay your bills on time. You don't have any issues taking care of your bills. So they need you more than you need them. And that's how you position yourself. But you can't do that if you don't start working on your credit today. Okay? So nowadays, it's really no excuse to be ignorant. And it's actually very expensive to be ignorant now, and pretty much before any of us was born. It's just too expensive. Make sure you grab your book, grab your mentor, go on YouTube, get the information needed so that way it can benefit and turn your life into, the dreams that you desire. You can live that dream in reality. But it takes consistency, and you have to just work on yourself every day. You have to develop. Every day you have to turn into a better version of yourself with no hesitation when the time is needed. Okay? So those are the 9 ways to benefit with having excellent credit. You want to make sure you go over this video and share, like, and subscribe to my channel. Major Credit Builder is the channel. Make sure you show me some love, drop some comments or some questions in the comment section below, and I'll be sure to answer them all. And I wish y'all the best, and see you at the top.